God damn, nigga. Fuck. See, it's here, bro. Chill. I would never, nigga. I would never ever try nothing like that with y'all, bro. Cause like we locked in forever, bro. No, I do. I'm just hungry. That's all. I'm just hungry. That's all. You know, and I think it's impolite to eat on stream for real. Like, I would never do that. So like, chill, bro.
The scammers are in New Delhi, and as for the scam,
New Delhi, we talking about meat again.
well, I'll let them introduce it themselves.
I thought that said Malik.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Wait. Oh, never mind.
Who's calling?
Wait. Okay.
Please.
This side, Mark Anderson. I'm calling you from Windows. This call is regarding your
You're from New Delhi? Okay, explain. What's happening here?
computer, ma'am.
Yes, it's the old classic tech support scam, but this time there's going to be a bit of a difference because this one is going to get raided by the police.
Damn. No, I mean,
These
give
are
me
the
a layout.
offices of DK Business Patron. The business is in the west side of central Delhi,
West
near the
side.
metro stop of Ramesh Nagar. The DK is Deepak Kumar, the owner of the business, but more about him in just a moment. And in this scam, I was able to call my friend Carl Rock, who has a drone, and was able to take some of these shots at night when the scams were running. Do check out Carl's version of this video, there's a link in the description.
Damn, this happened at night?
But the most interesting thing about DK Business Patron was that they had multiple CCTV cameras. In fact, there were 4 DV recorders. They used these cameras for their own security, but it would lead to their undoing. But let's start with their scam. What exactly did they get up to when they called people? Well, courtesy of those cameras, we can both see and hear exactly what they did. And some scammers were much more bullying than others.
Did you say bullying?
How many times did you have to be told, I am not turning the computer on?
Damn.
Why? What happened, bud?
Nothing happened to it, and nothing's going to happen to it.
Yeah, he mad as fuck.
Sir, you will lose your computer. Because,
What do you mean I'll lose the computer?
because, sir, your computer security services are not working. Around
Uh-huh.
60% of security services are not working, and day by day the number will increase. 60 to 70, 70 to 80, and when it reach 100, you will lose your computer. You
Nigga said 60 to 70, 70 to 80. Like, where the fuck else direction was it gonna go?
can't be able to use your computer. You will not able to use your computer.
So through a series of threats like this one and outright lies, they persuade people that their computers need to be fixed.
How did you talk him down off the ledge that he was on
The
just now,
scam
though?
itself was very scripted. You could see some of these scripts sitting on some of their desks. And it was, of course, all about getting money. The agents were told not to use the name of Microsoft, but several of them did this anyway. I'll show you in a second.
Damn.
But more importantly, if they were challenged on where they were, they would have to say not India, but an address in New York. And of course, if they got access to the victims' computers, they would show them the old stopped services trick. Every computer will have stopped services. These scammers, however, say that they're stopped because of hackers or viruses. And they're going to fix those stopped services for a fee, but they won't admit that up front.
So I'm just showing you, I will just showing you what other services are suspended in your computer.
You want me to pay for something, don't you?
No sir, it's free of cost.
It's free?
So how did you...
It's free of cost.
Oh, nah.
What's that?
Don't be afraid. It's free of cost.
Don't be afraid.
Be at your computer.
I didn't understand that.
If someone doesn't understand you, hand the headset to your neighbour.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, hello?
Hello.
Yeah, sir, your call has been transferred. This is Rachel. Actually, sir, this is the authorized computer service center, and even I have your computer license ID so that you...
No, racial, but like y'all got the same accent. So like, what the fuck? Oh, he. Oh my God.
You can verify it. Because
How long y'all been
only the
here?
authorized computer service center has the computer license ID of their customers.
And of course they don't know any license IDs. Had they tried to persuade their victims of their legitimacy, they would just get them to run the ASSOC command and look at the very bottom of the listing. These IDs are always the same and has nothing to do with computer license.
Yeah, I knew
You
that
can
totally.
verify it. So can you please just be at the computer for a moment?
Just check the description of the
Is there someone
CCTV
there?
footage. The VPN says they're in India, but all along the
Not letting you get that off, dick sucker.
That can talk English?
Yes.
But getting a fluent English speaker here was always going to be difficult.
I ask you a question if you're registered with the Better Business Bureau.
She asks the guy beside her.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And what's
Sir,
your
of course. With yeah.
what's your company's full name?
Oh shit.
What? It's Windows Microsoft, sir. It's Windows Microsoft Service Center.
Because claiming to be Windows Microsoft makes you sound so much more legitimate than Microsoft Windows. But thankfully, most people knew that this whole thing is a scam.
Hello.
Hi, sir. My name is Grace. I'm calling you from Windows Technical Support. How are you doing today?
I can't hear you.
I ain't gonna lie, Grace not calling me off that type of headset, bro.
Can you repeat that?
Windows Technical Support. I'm calling you from Windows. So
Windows.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see out the window? Is that what you're asking me? I can't hear you very
Windows
good.
Technical Support.
Okay, so you're looking out your window.
We have received an error report from your computer.
That's what.
So can you switch on your computer?
What do you see?
Go to hell. Go to hell.
What the fuck?
Okay, Azuma.
How you gonna tell me to go to hell and you trying to scam me? And you don't get a fucking job?
But perhaps the most surprising thing about
Go
this
to
whole
hell!
business was the fact that there was a night and a day.
Oh, I would have wasted all her time. I would have got her to the point where she thought she was about to make the sale and then start doing some fuck shit. You stupid.
Operation. The day operation did genuine work. They did help other businesses set up on Amazon for reselling their products, and they seemed to have some sort of relationship with DirecTV. But all of this changed in the evening time. Around about 8 or 9 local time, a different group of people
Is she there when they get raided? I want her to be there.
would enter the building, but use the same PCs that had been used for genuine purposes earlier in the day. But I wanted to know exactly how much money they were making on these scams.
Yeah, how much?
But they kept a careful note of this.
Oh,
on
she's back.
spreadsheets,
She's
so
back.
I was able to see exactly how much they made.
Okay.
They had been running the scam for over 2 years, and in that time they'd acquired over 3,000 victims.
Okay, but their highest payment was $5,500, but like, how much did they make in totality?
The average payment was about $500, and the top payment was well over $5,000 from one victim. That meant that they defrauded more than $800,000 in 2 years.
Damn. Alright.
But the victims would
Right, not bad. That's good eats right there.
make these payments directly to DK Business Patron. They had set up a couple of shell companies in the USA so that they could handle both card payments and checks. Here we're going to be watching one scammer and his screen at the same time. This is a blown up version of the screen on the right hand side, and you can watch and track exactly what he's doing. The victim's name is Cindy.
Okay, so ma'am, note down this is the name, High Tech 365 LLC. That's the company name. And
High Tech.
Okay.
Please note it down.
Okay.
And right under,
Like that's it?
yeah, High Tech 365 LLC.
Oh, High Tech 365. My fault.
Okay.
Yo, how come it's not just Indian niggas, bro, but like how come they don't be calling me like this? I would just love to converse for like 30 fucking minutes.
LLC. At 400?
Yeah, 400 Vela Boulevard. That's my mailing address.
Okay.
The address is for a company called iPostal One, which is a digital mailbox service.
Yo, why are you blowing up? Why are you making the spot hot? Okay, wait. Is this Scammer Central or something? Cause this is whoa. I didn't know they used that site too. Damn. I thought it was just me. You're nah. I'm saying when you have things, no, sometimes this is what I'm saying, right? Sometimes there are things though that need to be, like situations need to be sometimes things need to occur and you might not always be in those places at that time. And so a good thing to do occasionally is to put yourself in multiple positions at the exact same time. That's the point that I'm trying to get to.
Amongst other things, they will receive checks in the post and forward them to the company who need to receive them.
Yeah, this could be valid,
It's an excellent way of receiving checks from victims without having to be in the same country.
I'm not Indian.
Their other shell company is called Connect to Home. Bizarrely, the word connect is spelt wrongly.
Yeah, I don't be using this site.
At the time of this video going live, the Connect to Home website is still available,
Damn.
unlike the High-Tech 365, which get taken down as soon as the police raided the offices. However, even if these get taken down, you can always see the contents on the Wayback Machine. I've left links in the description. The other company name, Connect to Home, had exactly the same address, but just a different suite number.
New York, and what's the zip code? 10901?
Correct.
Okay. And I'll send you the bill, $162.99.
Right.
The scammers relied on a bit of technobabble to make convincing sounding diagnosis, but none of the faults were ever real. But very occasionally,
y'all still be using McAfee?
A scammer would have a bit of conscience.
Hello?
Yeah.
Barbara, how you doing?
Okay.
Okay, so...
Oh, Barbara's a smoker.
So, ma'am, this is Steven Bracewell, and I'm calling you from a Windows Microsoft. Okay? Ma'am? Yes. Your computer guy, ma'am.
Yo, is he wearing a Popeye shirt? Look at his fucking shirt. Oh my God, nasty nigga alert. And this is who you got by.
From Windows Microsoft.
Cold World.
I don't have a computer, okay?
You don't have computer?
No.
How old are you, ma'am?
88.
Oh my God.
88.
It's the lady that's in the SpongeBob wheelchair on that one episode.
Okay, I understand, but you sounds like you are very young.
I don't have a computer and I don't have a cell phone, okay? That's it.
I understand, ma'am. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Nigga laughing. He a fucked up nigga, man.
बॉस सर बहुत बढ़िया है सर. इससे चेक लिखवा लेते ना मुझे बहुत दया आती.
No, the fuck you wouldn't.
तो आवाज भी कड़क थी बहुत.
Yeah, that's the arthritis, bitch.
How old are you? 88.
Nah,
So
he's
scammers
wild.
say that
What the
victims sound
fuck?
so young, this is the truth behind what they really think.
What the fuck do you think they really think? They taking money from you.
But who runs this organization? The answer's very easy because his name is all over the business. This person is called Deepak Kumar.
Yo, his head is fucking insane.
And he, together with his sister Pooja, are the directors of
Oh
this company.
my God.
And he knows exactly what goes on. Here he is during one of those night shifts collecting water bottles to make sure that all of his scammers are well watered. It's thirsty work scamming elderly people in the USA at 5 in the morning Indian time. But this channel isn't just about showing what scammers do, it's also here to try and bring down some of these scammers. and that's where I needed the help of a wider team. Even to get this footage, including some of the...
Why are these signs up though? Like, are they gonna forget what company they said that they was working for and then like need a reminder to look up?
audio, I need...
Is it motivation? We can be just as big as these guys.
Needed help from my friend Midnight. Check out his version of the video, it's in the description. But I really wanted to see if there was anything that could be done for all the people who had lost money to these fake companies. And for that, I needed the police in Delhi to look carefully into DK Business Patron and see
$2,200 from Harry.
And it is absolutely essential that the police gather their own evidence.
Why these niggas holding hands?
Independently. I've had run-ins with scammers before.
That's the cuffs? Hold on, Nick. What the fuck is that? These are not the cuffs. Interlocking fingers is not handcuffs. That's not true. What the fuck is this?
Police gather their own evidence.
Give me your hand? Nigga, what? This is so...
I've had run-ins with scammers before, like this lot. And when you can hire very expensive lawyers who will argue things like YouTube videos can be faked, and this is absolutely true, or indeed that AI or IO, as in these...
They actually stood, they stood there holding another nigga hand. Nah, bro. I don't know what they doing over there, bro, but they might have it. I don't know how severe punishment gets to a point where interlocking fingers is enough to deter me from continue doing what I'm doing, bro. Like, what?
Court documents could have faked it, and the police certainly aren't going to have the resources to forensically examine videos. And that's why the police have to gather their own evidence. I needed the assistance of someone who can liaise directly with the Delhi police.
Crazy.
And that's where I needed my friend Sven. Sven has his own YouTube channel. Again, he has a video. It's linked in the description.
Oh
and
my
he was able
God.
to liaise with the Delhi police to try and get a raid conducted. Videos are not enough for the police. They need a statement from victims to say that money has been stolen. So I managed to get a few of these victims to write directly to the police. And a few painful weeks later, we were told that indeed a raid would be conducted. But on the day of the raid, things got a little bit strange.
What happened?
The team who would normally cold call pretending to be Microsoft were instead doing the legitimate work which normally happened during the day.
Somebody snitched. That's crazy. Who snitched?
A number of the people...
I mean, great snitch, but like, who did it?
PCs which had been used for scamming were strangely being reset. But most strangely of all, the cameras, which we'd been able to watch for months at this point, the ones covering the scam floors, strangely, those cameras seem to be switched off.
Yeah.
And then the people who would normally scam during the night were let go much earlier than normal.
Yeah.
In fact, they all vacated the building around 30 minutes before the raid.
If they did almost $1 million USD within 2 years, the police had to have been in on it, bro. They don't want that to stick.
Actually happened. There is no doubt that someone knew exactly what was about to happen. So when the raid started about 30 minutes later, we could only see the outside cameras, and therefore that's all the scammers could see as well. So when the lead officer marched up to the gates of DK Business Patron, initially the doors weren't even open for them. Instead, there was a flurry of activity at the top of the stairs. There were people running around with laptops, and eventually the guard just peered down to see who was knocking on the door. Indeed, it was a full 3 minutes before the police were actually allowed access to the building. You have to wonder what this delay was all about. Perhaps they weren't ready. But when they did eventually gain access to the building...
But they knew they were coming, though.
The lead investigator ran up the stairs, and the first thing he did was that he seemed to slap the guard.
He like, what the fuck took so long, Nick?
Followed by another guy in a green shirt who did exactly the same.
Yo, are y'all really... Is this the punishment?
But what the scammers...
This a flurry of slaps?
Didn't bank on was our ability to get audio. None of these cameras actually support audio, but thanks to Midnight's ingenuity, every single telephone in the building can be turned into a listening device, and this is what we heard as they attempted to figure out what to do before the police came in. And a little later, whenever the police asked the guard why he didn't open the door immediately, the guard explains that he had to have a pee. I guess whenever the police are knocking on your door, it is very important to have that pee before you open it. There's still a lot more to be told about this story. I haven't even mentioned the time whenever Carl Rock went to film outside and he was nearly caught by the people watching him. We also sent another YouTuber actually inside these scam offices, and with a GoPro in his hand, he managed to film himself together with the scammers.
My brother, why are you showing this?
Pretty brave or pretty stupid?
Extremely stupid. Are you dumb? He went in there and confronted two niggas that was working that day. You couldn't come on a busier day?
You can decide. Please check the links in the description if you'd like to see the videos from all the people that helped me.
They about to cook the fuck out this nigga, man.
You can also see some additional footage.
Oh yeah, look at his shoes, whole fit combo. Yeah, he jobless. And it's cool at the same time when you think about it. This is clearly a nigga that ain't got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, but they gonna make sure you feel it.
Like whenever I called the company to try and get a refund for one of their victims. You can find out what they said to me. But I have a lot of reasons to doubt whether the police will be able to find anything that will make charges stick to DK Business Patron. Since the CCTV was switched off, Midnight managed to capture this extraordinary footage from one of the webcams. We've obviously blanked out the police officers' faces, but it shows the types of excuses that this business were trying to use. And given that they had plenty of legitimate work that they could point the police officers to, I've no doubt that this raid will be a bit of a whitewash. And as Deepak brought in tea for all of the police in his offices, I suspect that there won't be enough evidence left for any charges to stick. So I decided to contact Deepak myself to try and get his version of exactly what went on in his offices.
What you think he gonna say?
I have link in the description to the entire unedited version of this, but here's one of the highlights.
See, one thing that is there, why I got into this situational is because the people who were working in the leisure business, I had no money to pay them. They would have they could have lost their job. They could have done all those left the job, but I did not ask them to leave the job. To survive that, I got the money to pay the genuine things. I did the ungenuine things. So that's something which is just a survival.
I don't believe you. Noble cause, though. Don't fucking believe you. Show me the records. You know, show the pay stubs if you paying those people through the situation. Show me showing you. You know what I'm saying? The funds leaving from this asset going into the employee's hands. If not, then I call cap. If not, I call cap. It is what it is. It is what it is. Bro just had a gambling debt.
So that's his excuse. His business might have folded had he not run a scam process during the time of the pandemic. I highly doubt whether this admission of guilt will really make any difference to the police. But I hope that anyone who does even genuine business with DK will have a look at the relationship with this company. And if you think you've been scammed by one of the two shell companies that they operate, their details are on screen, please go to your bank and request a chargeback for fraud. Not only will you get your money back, but DK Business Patron will end up footing a large fine. In a last gasp attempt to stop me from publishing this video, Deepak emailed me to say that he'd refunded a couple of people, but I had asked him to proactively refund everyone.
Nigga, $500 from $1 million almost is just such a, like, no, my brother, it's too late. You're in the shitter now.
That he possibly could, instead of these two people who I believed had complained. After the police do their thing, there's likely to be future updates to this video, so it's important to both subscribe and click on that notify icon on the bottom right to make sure you get any updates. And if you like my fight against scammers, there's a few ways you can support me. My Patreon page is
a cup
on
of coffee
screen and it's
shit.
in the description.
Get Jim
and
a cup
through
of
it,
Joe.
You can get extra content and even services like live chats. Alternatively, there's a way of keeping me up at nights trying to track down scammers, and that's through buying me a coffee. There's a link here as well. I comment regularly on scams and scammers on Twitter. I'm Jim Browning11 there. And lastly, I do like to read your comments on these videos. I do reply when I can, and those comments do help publicise this video and make it available to other people who may not even have heard of these scams.
Fire, bro. Lil Cody, and appreciate you with the big 10 months. Jim Brown is too close to Jim Crow. Chill. It's not that deep. So chat, I don't think Mariano is here. So what I'm